Hi guys. Journey wanted to say hello. He has a thing for yarn. This is my newest baby. Um, isn't he gorgeous? He's so pretty. Um, I adopted him the day after Thanksgiving, and he's only about 6 months old. So he's very, very kitteny and super, super curious and a little bit stubborn. Extremely curious. Anyway, he really has a thing for yarn. Obviously, lots of cats have a thing for yarn, but I made the mistake of playing with him with a little piece of yarn one day, and like the day after I got him, and ever since then, it's been a battle. So anyway, I just wanted you guys to see him because he's so pretty. He's a pretty boy. He's only about 9 pounds. I think he's gonna top out probably around 12. It's really interesting. He doesn't like treats. Like he doesn't like canned. I give Jimmy and Judith like a little bit of like wet food every day, just a little tiny bit, and he just does not like it. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so that's Journey, and I appreciate you guys naming him for me. Okay, so working on these journals. I did have a few people say that they wanted to see these envelopes, these little cat hair. So yeah, so if anybody purchases a journal from me and you are extremely allergic to cats, be aware that I do have cats. So I don't typically let them on my desk or, on the counters or anything like that, but who knows what they do when I'm not looking. Anyway, so I did have a few people that wanted to see the envelope. So I will do one of those complete from start to finish and show you. And I had a couple other ideas with these that I thought might be kind of cool. So we'll work on that. But also, as you guys may know, I've been hooked on crocheting lately. And I thought it would be kind of cute to do some little hearts on a string, in the center of some of the signatures. And I thought they would be cute if they were crocheted. So I thought maybe if, because some of you guys are interested in crocheting and you might be interested in just making some little hearts. So I thought I would show you a super, super easy way to make crocheted hearts. And yeah, so let's do that. Let me zoom in just a little bit. And if you are totally not interested in crocheting or have no interest in this whatsoever, just fast forward. So anyway, so these little guys are done with a much finer cotton yarn than this. So just so you know, like, using a smaller yarn and a smaller hook, obviously it's going to result in a smaller heart. So the smaller you want to work, the smaller your hearts can be. This one is a little bit different than this one. It's different stitches. So, but basically the same pattern. So this is so easy, you guys. So first thing, if you know how to do a magic ring, you'll want to work this in a magic ring. The pattern that I saw, she didn't use a magic ring. She actually just did like a chain 4 and then worked into the chain 4. But then you wind up with like a larger hole in the center of your heart. And I kind of don't really like that. So, but if you don't know how to do a magic ring, or you just can't seem to get your hands to do that, then just do like a chain 3 maybe, or a chain 4, and then you'll slip stitch. I'll show you what I mean. So you'll do, so when I start, that's how I do my my first little like loop, right? Anyway, you'll start with a slip knot basically. Anyway, so if you want to do that with a chain 3 or a chain 4, so you would just chain 4 and then slip stitch into that very first stitch, and then, okay, and then you'll be working into the center of that little loop. So, but I like to use the magic ring just because it makes it so that you can really tighten it up in the center. Anyway, so you start with the ring. I just kind of fold it back under my working yarn and then insert my hook through the front. Okay, so then I'll just grab, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through one, and that's just kind of to anchor my working yarn onto the ring. Okay, so that was basically a chain one. So then I'm going to chain 3 more. Okay, and then I'm going to do a triple crochet or a treble. You know, it's really, it's the same as doing a double, except for you just yarn over twice before you insert your hook. So then you insert your hook, pull through, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops again. And that's a triple or a treble crochet. So you're going to do 2 of those into your ring or your magic ring. Okay, so 2 trebles. And that first chain 3 or chain 4 actually counts as 1 treble. So so it's like the same length as a treble crochet. Okay, and then I'm going to do 2 double crochets into that ring. So yarn over, chain, or pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again, and then another double crochet. Okay, and then so that's basically one side of the heart. And then to get the little like tip at the bottom of the heart, you're going to do another triple crochet or treble crochet. Okay, and then we're kind of mirroring this side, so we're working back up the other side of the heart. The heart's like upside down right now. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 double crochets. And then I'm going to do 2 treble crochets. Two more. Okay, so 2, not 2 more, 2 of those. And then I'm going to chain 4. Okay, and then I'm just going to slip stitch. So I'm just going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull through, and then I'm going to pull through that loop that's on my hook. And then I'm just going to do 1 more yarn over and pull through that loop. And then cut my yarn and then pull that yarn through and tighten that up. So it kind of looks like that right now. Okay, so then I'm going to grab the end of this is the yarn that, you know, this is the very end, not this yarn, not the one that you just pulled through, but the other end, and tighten that ring. Okay, so then it's just a little heart. Okay, so you know, you could play around with using different sizes of hooks and different types of yarn. You could use embroidery floss and make some real small ones with like a little, like maybe a 1.5 millimeter crochet hook or something. And then I just tie that in a knot. I just knot it, you know, like a square knot. One thing I did, I've been making lots of slippers and felting them. So I'm using, this is wool yarn that is not superwashed. And so this is actually like a sport weight yarn. See how it's actually pretty thin. If you would like to get into felting, and you want, you know, you want to see how you like it, just grab a couple balls of wool yarn, 100% wool yarn that is not superwashed, and just play around with it. It's kind of fun. So I've been doing little felted hearts too put onto those slippers. And anyway, so I thought that was kind of cute. And then you can do that to make like a smaller one where instead of doing the treble crochets, you would do a double crochet, and then instead of the double crochets, just do a single crochet. So wherever you do a treble, you would replace that with a double crochet, and wherever you do a double crochet in this pattern, you would replace that with a single crochet, and then you wind up with something even smaller. So this is, I followed the same pattern, and then by substituting those stitches, it came out about half the size. So just an idea. So anyway, so that's something that I want to show you guys, because some of you are interested in the crocheting. If anybody would like to see more really simple little patterns like that, just let me know. Okay, so these little large, actually, envelopes, I thought I would just kind of show you what I'm doing. So these are the envelopes that Terry sent me, and I just love them. I love envelopes. So anyway, so first thing is you want to fold it in half, and you want to give it a nice firm crease. Okay. And so it's going to be upside down. Your envelope is always going to be upside down. And then, we might as well cut some paper. If we're doing it, we might as well do it, right? So measure the width of or the height, I guess, of your envelope. This one is 4.5 inches. Okay. So I'm going to knock off about 1/2 inch. So I want my pocket that I'm going to attach to be about 4 inches high, and then I'll probably make one that's about 3 inches high. So this is just to give you an idea of what the height of your envelope is. You know what I mean? If you don't have that size envelope, you do whatever size you have. Anyway, so let's just grab a piece of paper, and I'm going to cut this to 4 inches. And then I know I want my width to be about 1/4 inch smaller than this panel. Okay, than this panel. I want it to be about 1/4 inch smaller all the way around, at least, so that so it won't interfere with the fold. Okay, so let's say 4 3/4 is what I want my width to be. And I'll just do 2 of those. And since I'm using a double-sided paper, I can, that gives me a little bit of variety. So I can do one on each side like that, Okay, so that's that. And so that's the pocket for the back of the envelope. And then I want to make a shorter pocket to insert on this side of the envelope. So let me grab a different, might as well, I'm just going to use up a bunch of this paper. And this I got at, I think I got this at Joann's, the Die Cuts with a View. Anyway, so let's see, what height do I want this to be? So this one, I'm going to say, I want my pocket to be about that high. So let's just say 3 inches. And then 4 1/4 or 4 3/4 again, because we know that that's the width here. Okay. My little scraps. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is, I guess I could use the paper trimmer to do this, but I'm just going to cut a sliver off what is actually the bottom of the envelope. Okay, so now my envelope is all the way open on the bottom. I'm not gonna seal this because this is gonna be a pocket. And then I want to just add a little notch. I'm gonna add a little notch, oh, about in the center there, kind of eyeballing it, right? On each side. And that's on the inside of my fold. Okay, so I'm not notching the panel on the back. And then, okay, let me get these organized here. So these are going to be my pockets on this side. And then make sure I grab the right ones. Okay. And then these are my pockets for the back. Okay. So I'm going to just do a little notch in the center of that one. And a little notch in the center of this one. So I'm going to do some machine stitching on mine. You know, you obviously don't have to do that. You could just glue this together. It doesn't matter. I just like the look of the stitching. So okay, so on my video yesterday I mentioned that I didn't like the way the core color of the paper came through onto the front of my pocket when I stitched it on the sewing machine. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with that with this particular paper because it's such a light color. And I also, I'm not intending, I don't want to do a bunch of inking on this either, just to kind of cut down on the amount of, you know, work that I put into it. But if you're using like a dark color paper with like a white core and you don't want to see that white popping through from the needle punching through the paper on this, you know, with the sewing machine, then what I would do is go ahead and run a row of stitching around the border of these pockets. I'll just go ahead and do it just so you guys know what I'm talking about. And I've had people ask me about this sewing machine, if I like it, if I feel like it's, you know, if it's a good machine. And I'm going to say yes, I think it's a great machine. I'll just show you the it's totally covered with lint and cat hair, but so it's the CS6000i Brother multi-stitch, you know, sewing machine. I do like it. I only paid about maybe $150 for it. And I've been using it for about 2 years and I've never had any trouble with it. And I do clean it out occasionally. If it starts acting weird and I'm having trouble with it, then I will clean it out. But other than that, and you don't need to oil it. So don't oil it if you get one. Anyway, so I'm just going to run, I think I'm just going to do a straight stitch on this. I was going to do a zigzag, but I think a straight stitch is actually going to be better. So I'm just going to do kind of a long, a wide stitch all around the border. I'm using pink thread. But I'm only doing this because I don't want to see the core color of the paper punching through. So, like, where's that other one? See, like this one. You could see how I inked this, so it looks kind of weird, but the color was, you know, the white was coming through, and I didn't like that. So anyway, so I'm just stitching around the border of these two pockets. Okay, I'll move that up there. All right, so there's my two pockets for the back of the envelope. So then I'm going to open this up, and then I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glue right along two sides, just on the sides of these pockets, just to kind of like tack them down. You know, this isn't all I'm going to rely on to hold these pockets in place, because I'm going to be stitching this on the sewing machine. Okay. I probably should have made this pocket a little bit wider, but it's okay. It's not a huge deal. Just a little bit to tack it down. Okay, and then I'm not going to put these on yet. So now I'm just going to stitch all around the border, and I do want to catch the edge of this pocket in my stitching. So that's what I'm saying. I probably should have made it a little bit wider. And in the next ones that I do, I will make this pocket maybe a ½ inch wider. And then I'll stitch along the bottom up to the center, and then pivot, and then I want to make sure I catch the edge of this pocket, spin it around, and then stitch down this side. And then up. So it's like two U shapes. Okay. So I think I'm done with the sewing machine. Okay, so that's those. And then these are going to go on the back. Okay. And these I'm going to glue down strongly because they're not going to be stitched on. They just look like they're stitched on. I need to clean out this tip. And the art glitter glue is awesome for this because I know that it's going to stick, it's not going to lift, and it'll grab the thread and the paper and everything. And also it grabs really fast. Just have to hold it in place for just a second, and it's on, you know. All right. So there's my little pocket thing, little pocket thingy. And so I guess this is where I was saying, like, I don't want this pocket to go all the way up to the edge, because since this is going to be in a signature in my journals, I don't want there to be too much, you know, bulk right here at the spine, I guess you would call it, of this little pocket page. So anyway, but the other thing I was thinking that might be kind of fun is to take this envelope. Oh, what was that? Take this envelope and then sort of mirror this shape, right? So like, instead of cutting straight across the top of the envelope, just take the scissors and sort of mirror that shape like that. Let's see if I can do it on the other side. I haven't done this yet, so yeah, kind of like that, you know. I probably could have like done like a pencil line just to make sure that those were the same, because that'll irritate me. Okay, well, close enough. Anyway, I thought that would be kind of cool looking too. And then, you know, even add those extra pockets too, and sort of, well, that one's not going to work because it's too short, but wait. Hold on. Where's that other, where did I put that? I have another, oh, here it is. Okay. So like these are the pockets that I would use on the back. Then I would also mirror that shape on there, on this pocket, but you could like take this and trace it onto there, you know, with a pencil, just so that, you know, you get the same line. You know what I mean? So like, okay. Bear with me here, you guys. So let's see. I want to make sure that that's straight. I don't know if I'm going to do this. It was just an idea I had. So like, if that goes like that, kind of trace around that, and then I'm going to go just a little bit higher than that. A little higher than that line. And then this could be my pocket on the back. Yeah, I kind of like the way that looks. And then, you know, do the same thing on the inside pocket too. You know, I don't know. What do you guys think? I just think that looks kind of neat. And then maybe not even, you know, just like do some stitching, but maybe just up the center instead of all the way around. Like just do a simple stitch right up the center of each one. And that could also hold the pocket on the back on. And then it could just be open here on the edge. I guess you'd probably have to stitch along the bottom too, but anyway, so that's another idea. So anyway, okay, playing with paper. I love playing with paper. So let me know what you guys think, if you like that second idea or whatever, or if you're going to use that idea, because I think that looks kind of cool. Anyway, so I'm going to sit here and make the rest of my pocket pages and see what else I can come up with. And then also I want to try to figure out a way to do those large pockets that I was talking about, using some of this heavy like cardstock scrapbook paper, to do those inside front pockets, and then one in the back too, so of each one of the journals. So anyway, I would like to do kind of like a dashboard, right? That kind of thing. But I don't want it to be super complicated. I just want it to be simple so that I can get these done before Sebastian's birthday. Okay. All right, guys. I love you. Thanks for putting up with me and hanging out, and I will see you sooner than later. Okay. Bye for now.